Hello everybody, and welcome to Meditation Moments. So this is our first episode for 2024, and I'm dating it because this is a relaunch of Meditation Moments. I had done a couple years ago, and then life got in the way and our mission took a different turn, so it was something that I just didn't really spend a lot of time on. So again, welcome back, and I'm really excited to bring this series to you. So today I decided that for the first one, I really want to focus on the idea of being present. What does that mean? Being present means we are living in this moment right now. This is the present moment that you're listening to, that you're looking at. What I just said about relaunch 2024, that is now in the past. So that can be cast away for another time. It is not important. What is important is this moment that we're in this little box right here, right now. A lot of us, all of us, I should say, we tend to spend our time in the past or worrying about the future. One analogy about the past that I do really like is that the past is a place we should visit, but we shouldn't live there. And I feel very strongly about that. I think it's great that we have memories, whether they're good, bad, or otherwise. A lot of times the bad memories are where people tend to live, or even the good ones, because maybe their current life is not as good as it once was in their mind. So that's an opportunity for change. Anyway, however, the past is a place to visit, it's not to live. The future, we have zero control, we cannot predict it, we don't know what's going to happen at any given moment from this point forward. So worry does not help. Let me quote myself. I should have had this written down, and I didn't. Do not worry about anything, but in everything, with prayer and petition and thanksgiving, present your requests to God. That's from the New Testament. So basically it does say, don't worry about anything, or actually, do not be anxious about anything, meaning don't worry, but just pray about it, give thanks for what you have, and just pass it on to God. Pass it on to your deity or your entity, whatever that is for you personally. It's really important because worry does not help our problems. Worrying and stressing about them does not fix a problem. It does not come to a quicker solution. So the present moment is the only one that counts. Even when you're having a bad moment, to work through it is key, especially if you have anxiety, depression, or stress. To work through the moment instead of trying to suppress it or pretend it's not there and push it away is super unhealthy. So it's really important to be in your present moment and experience it. And then, if it's a bad one, eventually it will be the past, and then you can just tuck it away forever if you need to. So one of the practices I like to do to get people to understand how to be in the present is to do a checklist of your senses. It's not something we think about. We know when something's wrong with our senses. We've got, sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. And we know when something's wrong with them, but as a rule, we don't take any time to spend any time on them on a regular basis. So if I'm congested, I know that I've lost my sense of smell or that I can't breathe in one side of my nose. During COVID, a lot of people lost their sense of taste, and they really were aware that that sense had been altered. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little practice with our senses that you can use going forward, that if you start getting stressed out, this is one opportunity to just check in with your senses. And your senses will just give you a sense, per se, of your surroundings and allow you to kind of return to the present moment. So to go ahead and start this, find a comfortable seated position. In another episode, I'll talk more about positioning for lots of different ways of meditating, but for today, we're going to sit seated. And that doesn't mean you have to sit like this. This is not accessible for everybody. So you can sit in a chair. The only thing I require of you is to sit straight in a straight back chair so that your back and your tailbone and your crown of your head are all in a nice straight line. That way your chakra system, which are your energy channels, can be in a straight line, and that allows them all to be open. When you're all hunched down and you're rounded, then that closes them up, and that's another episode down the road. So at any rate, go ahead and find your easy seat, whatever that looks like for you. And then I want you to bring your hands either face up on your thighs or on your knees, or you can stack them in your low lap. Either one, whatever works best for you. Today, because I'm a bit warm, I'm going to go ahead and bring them out because that just helps open the body and allow it to cool a little easier. All right, let's take a deep breath together. Inhale, big sigh out. One more time. Inhale. Now I want you to close your eyes, lick the lips, swallow if you need to, maybe wiggle the fingers, roll the shoulders, just kind of shake out your nervous system to prepare for being seated for a few moments. And then you're just going to breathe naturally in and out of your nostrils, nice and soft, nothing forced, nothing labored. Even for those of you who know how to do different styles of yoga breath, just breathe right now. Just let your natural breath happen, whatever that looks like for you, and take notice of the quality of your breath. Is it smooth or staggered today? Is it shallow or deep? Remembering every day and every moment is different. So one day you might breathe really freely, another you may be congested or have a cold or whatever the case may be. So don't judge any of these things that we're going to talk about. Just let them be what they are and just notice them. This is all about awareness of the present moment. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Go ahead and relax your eyes back in their sockets. And then release the tongue if it is stuck on the roof of your mouth. And we're going to start with air and touch. And we have two different ways of connecting with touch. And what I want to start with is temperature. So I want you to notice the air on your skin, whether you're in a room or outside, hot, cold, air, no air, fan, whatever that is for you. Just notice the quality of the air, the temperature of the air that is on your skin. And then next I want you to focus on the temperature of the body internally. That may be more difficult for some of you. I know some of you women my age won't have a problem with that at all if you're warm. But just notice the quality and the temperature internally as well as the air that is on your skin. Now, as we do these practices, just a side note, if any thoughts start to rise up about the future or the past, I don't want you to ignore them. I just want you to grab onto them, say hello, and then let them pass and drift by as if they're sitting on a cloud, and come back to the practice. The air on your skin, temperature of your body. And then from here we're going to move on to physical touch. So you most likely have your hands either on the lap or on the knees, and I want you to just connect with that sensation of touch and the weight of your hands wherever they are. Moving to your legs, thighs, sitting bones, whatever they're sitting in, whether it be the chair, the ground, the floor, blanket, pillow, whatever you're sitting on. I want you to just notice it, feel that weight. All the way down to the feet, the legs. If your feet are on the floor in a chair, or if your legs are crossed, just connect with the earth beneath you. And now I want you to visualize the earth holding and lifting you up. So maybe lengthen your spine just a little, sitting up a little taller. But noticing the weight of the earth is holding you up. Feel that gravity connection. Now we're going to move back up the body to our sight. And because our eyes are closed, you're not necessarily going to see anything physically, but you'll notice the light coming in behind your closed eyelids. So again, it's all depending on your surroundings. Are you inside, outside, by a window, by a light, in the dark? Just noticing the sight. Maybe you have some sort of visualization that's popping up. That's okay as long as it doesn't distract you. This is all simply about the sensation of sight. And then let's move down to our nose, to our smell. What smells do you have in your area? Maybe you don't have anything that's popping up in the sensation of scent. That's okay too. It's okay to not notice a smell or a sound. This is all about what is in the present moment. Next, we're going to move over to sound, which to me is one of the bigger distractions we have. This is why I sat outside for this practice, because we live in a very busy area, construction-laden area. So there's lots, just like that, if you can hear it, a lot of trucks going by. Just notice the sounds, and this is really one of my favorite things to express to people. Allow those sounds to work into your breath pattern, work into your practice. So in the case of this truck driving by, I just breathe and I hear it passing as it rises closer, and then as it goes past me, I exhale. Just trying to embrace what we cannot control. We cannot control the other people or the other sounds that are out of our control. Let's move down to our mouths to taste. Again, let's go ahead, maybe lick the lips or swallow. Soften the teeth. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Maybe wiggle the jaw a little. And then notice taste. So all we're going to do at this point is just simply sit with our senses, and we'll breathe quietly for a moment in our final few moments of Shavasana, which is relaxation. And start to take a deeper breath into the chest. Big breath in. Exhale it out. Wiggle the fingers. Maybe rock the wrists. Make tiny micro movements just to bring your awareness back into this space, and then bring your hands to prayer, placing your thumbs right up against the heart. You can go ahead and flutter your eyes open, gazing towards me. The inner light in me bows down to greet, honor, and love the inner light in each one of you. Namaste. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you taking your time to learn a new practice. Again, this is something that you can use at any time, any place, any day, anywhere, and feel free to share. Go ahead and share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, all that good marketing stuff. But I really feel this is one of the most important and easiest ways that you can allow yourself to become present in the present moment, is just to do a check-in of your senses on a regular basis. So feel free to comment. If you have any questions, comment below, and I'll be glad to answer them. And then we'll see you next time. Have a fantastic afternoon. God bless you, and namaste.